What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a really special video for you. This is part 6 of our motivational series where we bring you messages that can change your perspective and inspire you to be better in all aspects of your life. Today's video is called Risk It All, and it's going to be a powerful reminder about why taking risks and going after what you want is so important. Before we get into the video, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already so that you do not miss out on any future videos. So without further ado, let's begin. Life has a funny way of pushing us into corners, forcing decisions and choices upon us. We often find ourselves standing at crossroads, contemplating the paths before us. Sometimes the most difficult choice is not making a choice at all, not taking a risk, not moving forward. But here's the harsh truth. The greatest risk in life is not taking one. Playing it safe will keep you comfortable, but it will never make you great. Every breakthrough, every success story, every life-changing moment started with a risk. In today's video, we will take you on a journey to understand why sometimes you have to risk it all to win it all. You are about to embark on a roller coaster ride of emotions, realizations, and motivations that will leave you questioning why you haven't taken risks sooner. Be prepared to confront your fears, to question your limits, and ultimately, to discover the true meaning of living without regrets. Are you ready to dive into the deep end of life and take the plunge? Let's go. Have you ever marveled at someone who took a leap of faith and ended up changing their life for the better? Have you ever wondered what drives these individuals to take such bold actions? They were once like you, stuck in the same rut, contemplating the familiar terrain of their daily lives. But something inside them shifted, propelling them to step off the well-trodden path and venture into the unknown. The key to their transformation lies in understanding the human condition. Humans are creatures of habit, thriving on familiarity and shying away from the uncertainties of the unknown. This natural inclination to stay within one's comfort zone is deeply rooted in our biological makeup. Our instincts tell us to avoid danger, to cling to what is familiar and secure. In fact, your brain processes a fearful stimulus 20 times faster than a positive one. This means that your mind is hardwired to protect you, often holding you back from taking risks. It's almost as if your brain is shouting, "Danger ahead, stay safe," whenever you approach the edge of your comfort zone. But here's the paradox. Growth and transformation lie beyond this very zone. You see, life doesn't hand out opportunities on a platter. You must go after them. And going after what you want often involves venturing into uncharted territories, facing the unknown and braving the uncertainties that lurk in the shadows. It requires you to confront your fears head-on and push through the barriers that threaten to hold you back. When you choose not to take a risk, you are essentially deciding to play it safe, to stick with what is familiar and comfortable. But in doing so, you might miss out on the very opportunities that could change your life for the better. For instance, imagine a young artist with a burning passion for painting but plagued by self-doubt. He spends his days in a safe job, suppressing his creative urges and living a life devoid of color and joy. One day, he receives an invitation, a chance to showcase his artwork in a prestigious gallery. It's a risk, a big one. But for the artist, it's a risk worth taking. He resigns from his job, pours his heart and soul into his art, and prepares for the exhibition. Months of hard work and dedication go into making this a reality. The day of the exhibition arrives and the artist's paintings captivate the audience. His unique style, raw emotion, and bold use of colors resonate with art enthusiasts and collectors alike. The exhibition becomes a resounding success, propelling the artist into the limelight and establishing him as a rising star in the art world. The risk he took, leaving behind the security of a steady job to pursue his passion, pays off in a way he had never imagined. Overnight, the artist goes from being a struggling painter to a celebrated artist, gracing the covers of art magazines and commanding top dollar for his pieces. His life transforms. He travels to different parts of the world, rubbing shoulders with influential figures in the art industry, and his name becomes synonymous with innovation and creativity. So here's the moral of the story. When you choose not to take risks, when you decide to play it safe, you might just be sacrificing your dreams. You might be missing out on the life-changing opportunities that are waiting around the corner. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get until you take a bite. And sometimes the most unexpected turns can lead you to the most delightful flavors. But you gotta have the guts to take that first bite. You gotta be willing to take a chance and see where it takes you. After all, the greatest risk in life is not taking one. Are you tired of living a life dictated by fear? Does the thought of taking risks still scare you? Well, we've got something that will change everything. Get ready to learn about courage and how it can empower you to break free from the shackles of fear. Because let's face it, fear is a sneaky little gremlin that loves to whisper doubts in your ear. It tells you that you're not good enough, smart enough, or experienced enough. It makes you question your abilities and convinces you that you're not ready. But here's the truth. Fear is just a trickster, a liar that wants you to stay in your comfort zone and play it safe. It feeds on your insecurities and preys on your doubts, but you don't have to let it win. Fear is a universal human emotion. No one is immune to it. Even the most successful individuals in the world have faced and continue to face their fears. The difference lies in how they choose to deal with them. Some people choose to let fear paralyze them, holding them back from pursuing their dreams. Others, however, see fear as a mere stepping stone on the path to greatness. They understand that fear cannot be avoided, but they also know that it doesn't have the power to stop them from moving forward. These individuals are not fearless. They feel fear just like anyone else, but they've learned to move through it, to acknowledge it, and then take action despite it. That's what courage is all about. It's important to distinguish between two types of risks: reckless risk and calculated risk. A reckless risk is a risk that is taken without any planning or consideration for the possible consequences. On the other hand, a calculated risk is a risk that is carefully considered and planned out. When you take a calculated risk, you assess the potential benefits and consequences and decide to move forward with it anyway. This is the type of risk that leads to growth and success. Imagine a bird sitting on a tree that is being attacked by insects. The bird has two options: either stay on the tree and be eaten alive by the insects, or fly away and find another tree. A reckless risk would be staying on the tree and hoping that the insects would eventually stop attacking. A calculated risk would be flying away to find another tree. In this scenario, staying on the tree and hoping for the best is a pointless risk because there is no real benefit to it. The bird is simply prolonging the inevitable. Flying away, on the other hand, is a calculated risk. The bird is assessing its situation, weighing the pros and cons and deciding to take action anyway. As a result, the bird increases its chances of survival. By taking calculated risks, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that can help you grow and succeed. It's like jumping into the unknown with both feet, embracing the uncertainty and trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. Now let's talk about the other kind of risk, the pointless one. Pointless risks are risks that are taken without any thought or consideration. They are impulsive, careless, and often lead to negative outcomes. Taking pointless risks is like gambling with your future. You are essentially putting your goals, dreams, and aspirations on the line without any real plan or strategy. It's like jumping off a cliff and hoping that you land on a soft surface. Consider a student who decides to skip studying for an exam in the hopes of getting lucky, or someone who invests all their savings into a risky venture without doing any research.
These are examples of pointless risks that are driven by recklessness rather than careful consideration. Taking pointless risks can have serious consequences. It can lead to financial ruin, shattered dreams, and lost opportunities. It can also cause physical harm or emotional trauma. Now let's explore the concept of tolerance and how it relates to taking risks. Tolerance is the ability to endure or withstand something unpleasant or challenging.
When it comes to taking risks, having a high tolerance for risk means that you are able to tolerate the uncertainty, fear, and discomfort that comes with it. On the other hand, a low tolerance for risk means that you feel uneasy or threatened by uncertainty and are inclined to avoid risk altogether. People's tolerance for risk can vary greatly. Some people are naturally more risk-averse than others. However, it's important to note that risk tolerance is not static. It can change over time, and it can also be developed. For instance, if you start taking small risks and successfully navigate them, you may find that your risk tolerance increases over time. Some people have a high tolerance for risk and are more likely to take bold actions and embrace uncertainty. They are the entrepreneurs, the adventurers, the risk-takers who are willing to put it all on the line for their dreams. Others, however, have a low tolerance for risk and prefer to stick to what is familiar and comfortable. They are the rule followers, the risk-averse individuals who prioritize stability and predictability. But here's the thing. Having a low tolerance for risk doesn't necessarily mean that you're being cautious or responsible. In fact, it can often lead to missed opportunities and a life full of regrets. It's like playing it safe all the time, avoiding risks, and living on the sidelines while others are out there making moves and chasing their dreams. Picture this. You've always wanted to start your own business. You have an amazing idea that you're sure will succeed. But fear and uncertainty hold you back. You worry about the financial risks, the competition, and the possibility of failure. So you decide to play it safe and stick with your job, a job that you hate. Years go by and your dream starts to fade. You find yourself trapped in a routine that you despise, wondering what could have been if you had taken the risk. That's why it's important to be aware of your risk tolerance and to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. By taking calculated risks, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that can help you grow and succeed. Of course, it's important to weigh the potential consequences of your actions and to make informed decisions. But sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith and trust that everything will work out in the end. Look, life is unpredictable, and there's no guarantee of success, no matter how much planning and preparation you do. But that shouldn't hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Remember, the greatest risk in life is not taking one. By taking risks, you increase your chances of achieving your goals and living a life that you're proud of. So go out there, take some risks, and see where life takes you. You never know what amazing opportunities and experiences await you on the other side of fear. They say that behind every great success story, there is a mountain of failures and a lifetime of learning. That's certainly true when it comes to the lives of risk-takers who dared to challenge the status quo and pursue their dreams relentlessly. From the world's biggest entrepreneurs to famous athletes and celebrated artists, these individuals serve as shining examples of what can be achieved when you're willing to take risks and embrace the unknown. Let's start with Steve Jobs, the co-founder and former CEO of Apple Inc. Known for his visionary leadership and innovative thinking, Jobs revolutionized the personal computer, smartphone, and digital music industries. But his journey was far from easy. Early in his career, Jobs was forced out of Apple, the company he co-founded. Faced with unemployment and uncertainty, he could have chosen to settle for a secure job and let his entrepreneurial dreams die. But instead, he took a risk and co-founded a new company called Next Inc. With the launch of Next Step, a groundbreaking operating system for computers, Jobs proved that he could still innovate and lead. Several years later, he took another risk by acquiring a small animation software company called Pixar. With his guidance, Pixar went on to produce some of the most successful animated films of all time, including Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., and Finding Nemo. Through these ventures, Jobs not only regained his footing, but he also built a legacy that continues to shape the tech industry today. Next, Let's look at Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time. Williams began playing tennis at a young age and quickly rose through the ranks, winning numerous Grand Slam titles.
But her journey was marked by setbacks and injuries. After suffering a life-threatening injury during a tournament, many doubted that she would ever return to the sport. Instead of giving up, Williams took a risk and underwent extensive rehabilitation. With sheer determination and a willingness to push through the pain, she made a remarkable comeback, winning 7 Grand Slam titles after the injury. Her resilience and refusal to accept defeat in the face of adversity have inspired millions around the world.
Finally, we have J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Rowling's life was far from easy. She was a single mother living in poverty when she began writing the first Harry Potter book. Despite facing rejection from multiple publishers, she took a risk and submitted her manuscript to Bloomsbury, a small British publishing house. Against all odds, Bloomsbury accepted the book and published Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone in 1997. The rest, as they say, is history. The book became a global phenomenon, selling over 500 million copies worldwide and spawning a blockbuster film franchise. Rowling's success story is a testament to the power of perseverance and taking risks. These individuals serve as shining examples of what can be achieved when you dare to dream big and take risks to pursue your goals. Their stories remind us that success is rarely easy and that setbacks and failures are just a part of the journey. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, an ambitious athlete, or a creative artist, remember to take inspiration from those who have dared to take risks and embrace the unknown. And never let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams. It's time to take a leap of faith and embrace the uncertainty of the unknown. You might be afraid, and that's okay. Fear is just a sign that you're about to do something great. But don't let fear paralyze you. Trust yourself, trust your gut, and trust the process. You've got this. Remember, the world belongs to the bold. Every dream is on the other side of risk. This is your chance. Take it. Don't live wondering. Live knowing you gave it everything.